So, when you look at all of Elon Musk's companies, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, it's pretty easy to see them as just separate, really ambitious projects. But what if they aren't? What if I told you they're all interconnected pieces of one single, massive blueprint for the future of all of us? Well, today, we're going to unpack that exact idea.
To really get how all these companies are meant to fit together, we've got to start with the one mission that's driving them all. It's the one goal that's underneath every single decision, every rocket launch, and every new piece of tech.
And there it is. That's the why behind everything. According to our source material, this isn't just some corporate slogan on a wall. It's the core principle for a huge, multi-part strategy to solve what Musk sees as humanity's greatest existential risks.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the big picture, the grand plan itself. Then, we'll look at what's basically humanity's insurance policy against going extinct. After that, we'll dive into the plan for completely remaking our own planet, and then the strategy for upgrading our own species. And finally, we'll wrap it up by asking, what does this blueprint for tomorrow really mean for us?
All right, first up, tackling our single biggest weakness as a species, and that is the simple fact that all of our eggs are in one planetary basket.
Yeah, the problem is pretty serious when you lay it out. Our home planet is facing all sorts of potential disasters. You've got self-inflicted things like a nuclear war, a cosmic accident like a giant asteroid, or the slow-motion disaster of climate collapse. Any one of these things could literally end the human story for good.
So, the solution here isn't about exploring space just because it's cool. SpaceX's real mission is a direct answer to all those risks we just talked about. It's about creating a backup drive for humanity, an off-world insurance policy. And the path to Mars isn't just one giant leap. It's a really clear step-by-step process. First, you need the ride, right? That's the fully reusable Starship. Then, the next step is to set up shop on the moon, using programs like Artemis to practice and perfect the technology. And from there, the ultimate endgame is to build a self-sustaining city on Mars, where humanity could thrive, totally independent from what happens back on Earth.
But here's the thing, the plan isn't just about escaping Earth. A huge part of this whole manifesto is about fixing the problems we have right here at home and transforming our world into a much more sustainable and efficient place to live.
The challenges here on Earth are pretty obvious. We've got a global economy that's totally hooked on fossil fuels, our cities are choked with traffic, and so many jobs are filled with dangerous, mind-numbingly repetitive work. This is the unsustainable present that, according to this plan, needs a complete teardown and rebuild.
And this is where you have to totally reframe what Tesla actually is. It's not a car company. It's more like a toolkit for solving these huge problems. The electric cars and full self-driving, they tackle sustainable transportation. The energy storage and solar products, they create a whole new kind of power grid. And the Optimus robot? Well, it's designed to completely change what work even means.
And this vision for rebuilding Earth goes way beyond just one company. You've got the Boring Company, which wants to solve city traffic by digging tunnels underground. And then there's Starlink, which is basically rewiring the entire planet for high-speed internet. Each one of these companies is designed to fix a different layer of our infrastructure problem. And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about, especially with robotics, Musk predicts a future where there could be billions of Optimus humanoid robots. They might eventually be more common than cars. I mean, just imagine that for a second. This isn't just about robots on an assembly line. It's about totally redefining labor, the economy, and our whole idea of productivity.
So let's recap. We've secured a backup planet, and we've started fixing this one. But even with all that going on, there's another existential risk looming on the horizon. And this one might be the trickiest of them all: artificial intelligence.
The core fear that Musk has talked about over and over again is the risk of an out-of-control superintelligence, an AI so powerful that humanity just gets left in the dust, or worse. So the question is, how do you solve a problem that could literally outthink you? Well, the proposed solution involves a crazy piece of tech called a brain-computer interface, or a BCI. To put it simply, think of it like a direct link between the human brain and a computer. It creates a super-fast connection between our own biological smarts and digital intelligence.
This leads to a fascinating two-part strategy. On one side, you have Neuralink. This is basically the if you can't beat 'em, join 'em approach. The goal is to merge with AI, to boost our own brain power so we can keep up. And on the other side, you have XAI, which is trying to build a better, safer alternative, an AI that's designed from day one to be aligned with what's best for humanity.
Now, of course, that long-term vision of merging with AI, that's still pretty much science fiction. But what's happening right now is very, very real. Neuralink's immediate mission is all about medicine. It's focused on helping people with paralysis, with blindness, and other serious neurological conditions, grounding this futuristic tech in something that provides profound human benefit today.
So, after looking at all these individual pieces, let's zoom back out one last time and see how they all connect to form a single, cohesive picture of our future.
Because this is the main takeaway. This isn't just a random collection of cool tech companies. It's a system. Every part is designed to solve a specific existential level problem, and they're all working towards that one big goal we talked about at the beginning.
This table right here basically synthesizes the entire manifesto we've been breaking down. You have the threat of a global catastrophe, and the solution is SpaceX. You have the crisis of climate change, and the solution is the Tesla ecosystem. And for the potential danger of uncontrolled AI, the solution is that dual approach of Neuralink and XAI. It's a really direct problem-solution framework.
The source material itself calls these plans bold, controversial, and highly ambitious. And, it's pretty hard to argue with that. This is a vision that's operating on a timeline of centuries, not financial quarters, and it's trying to reshape civilization as we know it. Which leaves us with a final, really important question to think about. Are we looking at the necessary blueprint to make sure humanity survives for the long haul? Or are we seeing a future that's being overwhelmingly shaped by the single, incredibly audacious vision of one person? The real answer is probably somewhere in the middle, and it's something we're all going to have a say in.